There's nothing that's more important in a democracy than a well-informed electorate.
I just want to make sure you know you're still on this side of the door.
When there's no information, or much worse, wrong information, it can lead to calamitous decisions and clobber any attempts at vigorous debate. That's why I produce the news.
We're all grateful to you.
You're spinning out of control.
No, I'm not.
You're terrified you're going to lose your audience, and you do anything to get them back. You're one pitch meeting away from doing the news in 3D.
This isn't nonprofit theater. It's advertiser-supported television. You know that, right?
I'd rather do a good show for 100 people than a bad one for 1 million, if that's what you're saying.
What is it you're talking to me about right now?
I've come here to produce a news broadcast that more closely resembles the one we did before you got popular by not bothering anyone. Leno.
I think Jay and I would rather be employed if it's all the same to you.
It's not all the same to me, you punk. I've come here to take your IQ and your talent and put it to some patriotic fucking use. And where does it say that a good news show can't be popular?
Nielsen ratings.
We're going to do a good news show and make it popular at the same time.
That is impossible.
Between your brains, charm, looks and affability, and my
refusal to live in reality. It's impossible that the social scientists have concluded that the country is more polarized than at any time since the Civil War. The Civil War.
Yes, people choose the news they want now, but we
People
overcome
choose the
that.
facts they want now. So what you've just described is impossible.
Only if you think an overwhelming majority of Americans are preternaturally stupid.
I do.
I don't. And if you let me, I can prove it. You know what you left out of your sermon? That America is the only country on the planet that since its birth has said over and over and over that we can do better. It's part of our DNA. People will want the news if you give it to them with integrity. Not everybody, not even a lot of people. 5%. And 5% more of anything is what makes the difference in this country. So we can do better. What?
I'm thinking. Yeah, that whole speech did nothing for me.
Now, I'd like you to listen to these words, which were written 500 years ago by Don Miguel de Cervantes. Hear me now, O thou bleak and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. But a knight, with his banners all bravely unfurled, now hurls down his gauntlet to thee. That was Don Quixote.
Those words were written 45 years ago by the lyricist for Man of La Mancha.
Didn't think you'd know that, but the point's still the same. It's time for Don Quixote.
You think I'm him?
No, I think I'm him. You're his horse.
You rode a donkey.
Well, I can't help you there.
I have to write my
I'll
script.
write it for you. The volcanic eruption in Iceland is believed to have started on March 20th and has led to a worldwide transportation disaster. The suspension of air traffic was in no way caused by America, which I love. You have to believe me.
You want me in the same shouting match as everybody else?
I want you to not apologize for saying something
All right.
You got yourself in the shouting match when you took vertigo medicine. I'd have you winning it.
And what does winning look like to you?
Reclaiming the fourth estate. Reclaiming journalism as an honorable profession. A nightly newscast that informs a debate worthy of a great nation. Civility, respect, and a return to what's important. The death of bitchiness, the death of gossip and voyeurism. Speaking truth to stupid. No demographic sweet spot, a place where we all come together. We're coming to a tipping point. I know you know that. There's going to be a huge conversation. Is government an instrument of good, or is it every man for himself? Is there something bigger we want to reach for, or is self-interest our basic resting pulse? You and I have a chance to be among the few people who can frame that debate.
It's
Quixotic?